Alright, welcome back. Ys Origins Unica campaign. We're about to finish that off. There's an episode of stuff that's missing. I didn't record it, I guess, and here we are at the end. So we're going to take on the last boss, and then there's a save spot, and then the last boss. I've been waiting for you. Haven't seen you in a while. First, you lost your father thanks to me, and now you step over the corpse of another loved one to get here. Seems to have hardened you a bit. I find the only true path to strength is to drown oneself in battle. As confusion falls away in the heat of battle. Dealt you a witness, but I bet you're finding it easier and easier to slaughter or something. Your strength and mine are completely different. Philosophy. My dad told me to face my own weakness before I could realize my own strength. I understand what he meant. He wanted me to accept them, to see them for who they really are. If I could do that, blah blah blah. No matter what happens, I won't run away. Heh. Ha 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 ha. Your philosophy is stupid. But I'll make you one and the same with your father. Power. Yum 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 yum. Demon power. Yum yum yum. Strength. Answer. No, strength not answer. Friendship answer. Accepting myself answer. No, I will kill you. We will find out whose philosophy is stronger. Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint. First of all, you have to use your dad's sword because he's an almost exclusively ice-based character, and every one of his attacks is counterable using the fire and only the fire. So you either take the damage or you use the fire to clear out the ice. They don't go away like in the first time we fought this guy. So, to make a long story short, I'm overpowered for this fight. I know I'm overpowered for this fight because, well, I'm overpowered for the last boss as well, but this is essentially your rival battle. At this point in both Unica and Hugo's campaign, you fight your primary rival here. In this case, this guy is one of the Darklings that I am told is related to Epona. We didn't slaughter Epona, but we're gonna have to kill this guy, at least in this variation of the storyline. We're gonna kill him. We gotta get revenge for our dada. But yeah, my strength versus your strength. The only difference is the number of levels I've achieved. If I wasn't leveled up enough, I wouldn't be able to beat you. If I was over leveled, this just becomes a cakewalk, as you see. Of his attacks, in terms of fighting him legitimately at like a normal level, his most difficult attacks to avoid are the one where he creates the... not this one, but the one where he shoots the dragons, because you have to jump away from that. And the second one is when he does this attack, which he tries to trap you in this area, and then he freezes you. And you can see, even though I'm kind of outside that space, I still ended up in the area effect and got damaged by that. Did I do it? My power is overwhelming. How are you still standing? This can't be good. Huff puff. Seems I could not control the demonic power that took over me, and I lose. All my effort, all my power gain was for nothing. No choice but to acknowledge the strength of which you speak. Plenty strong too. I mean, we had trouble fighting. Just my method and your method are different. I can almost see how you were able to win. Strength is worthy. Unica Trova, I feel proud to have fought you. Thanks, I guess. This death befitting a warrior, I have no regrets. And I'm gonna turn into dust. Poof. Almost wish I could have met you under different circumstances. Which is hilarious, because when you play Hugo's campaign, I believe he doesn't die because you don't fight him as your rival at the end of his campaign. So, I believe in only Unica's campaign does he die. Or like how Roy dies in Unica's campaign, he doesn't die in Hugo's campaign because he's not there to release. Because, spoiler alert, but the game plays out between Unica's campaign and Hugo's campaign. All of the main story points are the same for the most part, but there's a different bend to the way Hugo's story works, where Unica's sort of a pure of heart, headstrong, you know, driven only by her dedication to her cause. Hugo's driven by more than just that, because he's of the Fat Clan, which we'll get to and I'll explain, but... So this is the final boss. In case you need to level up, they did give you a save spot to head back down, but kind of worthless now. Lady Rhea! Unica? What if isn't the Trova girl? I must admit, expected a powerless child like you didn't expect a childless child like you be up here. Cut the chatter. Just release Lady Rhea. Hand over the pearl. Can't do that. They're both instrumental in my plans. Trouble to do that. What could you possibly gain from this? Oh, isn't it obvious? In order to make demonic essence whole, I need the full power. Power being used to keep my precious Ys aloft. And therefore lose wings or something. I don't know. I'm going too fast. I mean, killing innocent people. Can't just steal that power using the holy effort. Blah blah blah. The only way to divine goddess power is capable of controlling the Black Pearl, since they're not particularly interested in redesigning my effort. Reconsidering my effort, well, whatever. Most comfortable in my monstrousness, but delicately pluck your Lady Rhea's powers from her. Soon the demonic essence will be whole. Cal, I won't let you lay a finger on her. He is Daedalus, of course, so he is super strong. You're wasting your time. Remember, you're no sorceress. You're just a little girl blindly flapping in the wind. Taking the demonic essence into himself, even with your father's sword, you won't be able to touch him at all. No. You finally dawn on just how pointless this is. Demonstrate my power here. Pew pew pew. So one of the reasons why we can't touch him is we're not wielding any silver weaponry. Unica! Didn't see your Trova, Unica. Should have known better than to set foot here. I bid you farewell. Oh. And so I've made our way to the summit, and now I'm going to die. What do I do? You don't do anything, because... plot. Plot armor. What? I'm alive? Sorry to keep you waiting, Unica. That's right, the goddess and everybody else is here. Reinforcements have arrived. Mighty impressive you made it all the way up here by yourself. You came. Yes, we also broke the goddess out. You please, Rhea. Gather our power and confer it upon Unica. Of course, on your lead, Lady Fina. So we're gonna give her divine power here. But how? Don't doubt yourself, Unica. You're never once powerless. You've always been strong. All our wishes, our feelings, our strengths, we able to give them to you now. Ah! So this is essentially just to kind of break his a barrier so we can attack him like normal. I did it! Impossible. Well then, I'm not going to allow my aspirations to compromise the likes of you. Hold my true might. I want to become a monster. Watch out, Unica. Releasing the demonic essence within him. Behold the perfect fusion of man and beast. So he's going to take essentially the demonic energy of the Black Pearl into himself. And he's going to transform into a Final Fantasy monster. Because the human form is imperfect. So we're going to transform into this ungodly abomination that is more powerful than my human form ever could be. Which I never get, but whatever. This is something that happens all the time. So, this fight essentially involves is 3 stages. First, you want to damage this inner core by obviously avoiding his attacks, and mainly what we're looking for is for him to do that. You jump over it like that, you come in, you do some damage, you back off, you avoid this attack, maybe do some damage, then you come back in on this attack, do some damage, and then you want to get out of here. Unfortunately, I'm overpowered for this fight. This is phase 2. Phase 2, he pops up the 2 little guys left and right. You got to use your wind magic, and then to break this barrier. Once you use the wind magic to break the barrier, you'll do a third of his health in damage, provided you don't cycle and have to do it again. Then he'll switch to a different element, which I believe is either... Well, it's a 50-50 shot. It's probably going to be fire. And then after that, it'll be thunder. So, I just broke his shield. We'll come in here, deal that 1/3 damage I talked about. And now it's fire, so we got to use our firebrand, fire magic to knock out the barrier, do the same thing. So you can see the attacks are very similar, if not the same as before. It's just that now he's got those extra adds to the left and right that are adding more attacks. Plus, you need to avoid everything that's being thrown at you. And then once we break the barrier, you'll see I'll switch back to my to wind magic again, so I can do damage. All right, and then here's the thunder stage. So they start to introduce this like dark magic void energy that attack that you want to avoid, and then when we get to his third and final health bar, you have to attack the left and right adds before you can make damage to Dalus. However, if they surround you or you get pulled into a void, you end up doing this very, very powerful attack that I'm not going to say one-shots you, but it might as well just one-shot you because there are no health drops. So this is the last one. Now his adds come out, and we have to defeat the 2 adds, the left and the right ones, and he creates... You'll see a void energy here, where he tries... There it is. Where he tries to pull you into the center, and if he does, he ends up doing essentially pins your character and does massive amount of damage. So, we gotta do this 3 times, I believe, so we're gonna... And that's a devastating attack too, if you're not OP right now. It's such a devastating attack. So I believe for that attack you want to try to stay closer to Daedalus and try and do a circle strafe. But I kept taking that wide, which would have, if I had been playing this, you know, with maybe, you know, if I, instead of being at like 70, I was at like 65 or something, I would be probably dead. We did it, we beat the boss, yay. So it's come to this, my Abastion's foiled, worthless. You're wrong about us, Daedalus. You may be weaker than you'd like you to be, but our weakness is what makes us strong. They bring us together and help us complement one another. By working together, we were able to defeat you. Ah, such trite naivete. Remember, human beings or demons are like two sides of the coins. Demons are born in the shadow of Ys. As long as human desires remain out of reach, demonic essence will never die. Our kind feeds off of yours will always be back or something. Ha 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 ha. Wolf. So now that he's dead, there's this just wild demonic energy that they have to seal within the pearl. Unica, please stand back. Or use the essence of demon energy. What are you gonna do with it? Leave that to us. You ready? I am. This is kind of what we came to do the entire time. But we were hoping to completely seal it off and not just kind of do this as a temporary thing till you know, till Ys 1. This is the cutscene showing them sealing it, and all the little black-haired strings that are pulling Ys down go away, and the tower loses its magic, or its lights, and all the demons look and they're like, "Oh no, we lost," or something like that. And Ys gets let go of, and it goes back in the sky. Everyone goes, "Yay, Ys is saved." Save. Halfway between saved and safe. Sometimes I wonder what happened when the continent of Ys sort of rose up out of the sky. Kind of like seismic tremors that must have caused, and world destruction it must have unleashed in other parts of the world. Or if you're like a little kid on Ys and like you live there like 100 years after the sky rose, or the land rose from the sky, and you threw your ball and it went off this edge. It's just like, well, another ball lost to the infinity. And then like you're a little kid that's on the ground and you're like, oh my god, another ball from the heavens. I'm so blessed. Hopefully next time it won't be a hard bocce ball. It cracked Grandma's skull and killed her. What? I was really hoping we'd all go back to the shrine together. Unica, we gave up our wings to seal away the demonic essence, and our goddess wings aren't the symbol of our power, but a vessel for life energy. Without them, our time is short. We're going to go to sleep soon, likely for a very long time. I'm afraid so, and we need blah blah blah. A seal is going to be placed on the demonic essence. Turn the pearl to black. The Solomon Shrine would be far too dangerous. Once we drift into sleep, both of us, the pearl must be entombed within the earth, away from humans. We're never going to see you again. You may awaken someday, but when we do, I promise we'll be the first person we come to see. But I don't know when that'll be. Lost my dad, I lost Roy, I lost everybody. I'm sorry, Uni. Please don't cry. We understand your request and we shall go forward with it. Count on us both. Most in the future affairs. Thank you, Father Shinran. Return to the shrine. Please tell the priests what has transpired and give us their condolences. Envy your task one bit. Breaking the news to 6 priests can be hard. Indeed, today we remember it solemnly forever. I ask one final question. Claim that the demons will never be gone for good. My first instinct was to dismiss it as an empty threat of a dying man, but on further consideration I was forced to wonder. He speaks truth. The demons are gone for now, but they will return one day. And what may be, you see, so should we prepare for that contingency plan? I don't think you need to. No doubt that when that happens, East will rise to the challenge, essentially. Time, Fina. Lady Raina, Lady Fina. Such a sour face. Come on, Unica. See us off with a smile. Lots of to be happy for. After all, you've... blah blah. Very dear to us, Unica. Friend in every way. Please promise us, even as we sleep, you always remember us fondly. We'll always think of you as a friend. Of course, how could I ever think of you anything but. Alright. Now do a really cool pose so when we get entombed, it could become like cover art. In a different game, that is. And so the crisis that brought the land to East to brink of annihilation was finally over. Unica and the others enshrined the goddesses. Afterwards, they were prepared to use the remaining magical energy return trip to Solomon Shrine in the heavens. So you're going to sleep too. It'll be pretty. When the goddesses awoke once more, then shall too we. But until such time, I bid me respite. Of course, sleep well, Rhoda. Farewell, daughter of Trova. Farewell, youth of Ys. Everyone prepared? Are we leaving already? Yes, since the tower falls, Solomon Shrine once again about to rise. Further distance from the surface, more difficult will be to maintain and transport. Our window opportunity is slim. I too hate to part with this land, but the fact remains our place is within Ys. You may proceed. If you please. So they're gonna form a triangle that is the transportation spell. Procedure's largely the same. These 4 fuckers, however, decide to stay behind. We've decided to stay here. What? Are you serious? I hate to think of the goddesses being left down in the dark, dingy tomb. I want to stay close to them, watch over them, ensure no one disturbs their rest. Noble sentiment, but I really thought this through. I mean, once we're gone, we may never see us again. Technically, this is much of our home is Solomon Shrine. Not only the goddesses that we are abandoning, Ys has been ravaged by the demons, and someone needs to take the first steps towards reconstruction. Yeah, Unica are behind Hugo. Someday Solomon Shrine may find its way back to the surface, and when it does, we'll be here to meet you. To make this barren land shine again. After all, this is our Ys. Our Ys. Just different stages. Hope our absence doesn't cause you undue difficulty. Times like this, I hate being I wish I was a headstrong young man. Watch over the goddess on our behalf. We'll be too far away to watch over them ourselves. Yes, sir. be easy down here, you know. I hope you get ready for some hardships. I will be personally deliver the news myself. Thank you, Celica. That would be great. And do not remember I can ever repay you for everything you've done. I'll miss you after. I'll never forget you. Alright. Begin the spell. Understood. So, that's storyline. They go back into the sky. The others stay on the ground. And, yeah. That's basically it. Unica and Hugo and whoever else is remaining, depending on your ending, they rebuild the East as we see it on the ground in East 1, and then East 2 is obviously anyone who went back or stayed up in the floating island of Solomon Shrine. So, and these are the credits that I'm going to skip. So next time you see me, or next time you hear from me, we're going to be playing Hugo's campaign. I've got a little bit of a special twist regarding that, so we get through that a little bit quicker. But I will talk to you on the next episode.